Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is my last and final video for my anti-aging series. It's called Fierce Aging, and I show you women from 50 to 80s that I did makeup on, so you can do it at home. You can see it on their skin, you can see it on those decades. And today I'm doing my mother. She's 71, and it was very exciting to actually get her to come on. I wasn't sure if she was going to do it. I think it's a little intimidating to go on camera with no makeup on, and I really appreciate her being here today and letting me do her makeup. And we tried some new products that I haven't tried before. I was very excited, and I show you how you just can enhance your beauty with simple products. There's not a lot of steps. It's just picking the right product. And we did a little bit of the individual lashes because that's what she really likes, and I really wanted to reward her with coming on my channel and doing this for me. So let's get the makeup tutorial started. So we're going to start off with a fresh face. Now, this is very exciting because I get to work on my mother. I bribed her to come into the studio today. And I know that I've had a lot of requests from you ladies to see my mother, and she is, how old do you know?
71.
71. So isn't this fabulous? So I'm going to show you, we're going to hydrate the skin first. So we're going to start off with, the Ever Youthful Quattro Serum. I do love this. I have this in the studio. I use this myself. And like I've been saying, it's a tall drink of water. You've used this before though, haven't you?
No, I don't think so.
So this is just gonna like really hydrate the skin. I want to hydrate her skin before I put anything on. It just really helps prep the skin, so when you do put a foundation on, it doesn't settle in for the fine lines and wrinkles. It just gives it a nice, just really nice canvas. Does it feel hydrating?
Yeah, it feels really nice. It's cool.
Now I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to fill in her brows because she's so fair. She's very, very fair, blue eyes, and doesn't have a lot of brow. So I really want to kind of get my bearings with framing her face first. And I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Pencil in Taupe. So with brows, like my mother's, having very, very thin brows and being very light, I just want to do wispy hair strokes and start building up the brow. So I need to really laterally, she doesn't have a lot of brow. So I want to give her that framework because this is really important. And if you feel like a lot of pigment or the pencil goes onto the brow and you want to just kind of disperse it, just use the spoolie on the other end. This is not a big deal. But her face starts coming together when she has those brows, especially this one over here. She really doesn't have anything in the lateral part. It is a little tricky for gray-haired women with brows, not going too dark, not going too light. So you want to just kind of stay in a neutral color. So this is what I've done with my mom. You know, right now she has no makeup on, so it might look a little bit too dark, but it's not going to once we pull in all of her makeup together. Next, I'm going to be using the light medium eye and lip primer. This is the eye and lip primer I use on every single person that walks into the studio. Close. No one can literally have me put makeup on them without doing this because it's going to neutralize the eye. And this is like such a big thing, especially, you know, for someone like my mom that's so light, you're going to see different, you know, red veins, blue veins through the lid. That's very common, a little bit of discoloration. So I want her shadow to really read real. I want it to be true colors. And I want it to basically just stay on all day. So this is a great primer. It's not going to slip and slide on your eye. I've tried so many primers, and I've just really, for like the last 8-9 years, have just loved this one. Nice and creamy, goes on very nice, and it dries like a powder. All right, so I'm going to be taking my most popular eye palette, which is called Bottled Blonde, and it's something I wear every day. And usually we stay in the slate kind of blue kind of family with your eyes. So this is going to be something a little bit different for my mom. I'm excited to kind of try this out on her, get a little bit of sheen, and just kind of pull this look together, but still staying very natural. Look to me. What you can also do, ladies, is you can add from the pigment from the brush onto the lid and in the center, and then work with this eyeshadow in over the whole entire lid. So you add the shadow right here in the middle of the eye, and then you're able to kind of move it around. You don't have to keep adding more shadow. I'm just going to take the lightest color in the palette, and I'm going to just tap a little bit on this brow bone. Just want it to be just nice and light, not putting on too much shadow. And then with an angled brush, I'm going to go into the darkest color here. That is a really nice, deeper shade. It is so funny. Just want a little definition.
So the base that you just put on will keep the color from moving on my eyelids.
Yes.
So I'm not going to have any of those thick ridges or anything, right?
Right. So now I'm using chocolate brown. This is my favorite. Of course, I use it with everybody also because it's not harsh. And you can use different colors. We can use a slate gray if we wanted to. But I just, again, with blue eyes, I want her to have a lot of definition around her eye. So just look down. And I'm going to stay very, very close to her lash line. And I'm just going to build up this color so it looks really nice, natural. This is a really nice creamy waterproof eyeliner, and that's something that's really good with you because your eyes water a lot, right? See? Okay, now I'm going to just do a little bit on the bottom. Look up, just a little definition. Just look up. I'm just giving her just a little bit of color underneath. I don't like it when it's just too fair and there's nothing that kind of gives her any kind of lining of her eye. It's too much. I'm going to be using Chanel. This is the volume mascara. And, my mom has very, very short lashes, so we don't even attempt to curl them or use a heated eyelash curler. We have to be very careful because they are very fine and short. And for that reason, I'm going to do a little individual lashes. She really does like the lashes when I do her makeup. So I'm going to show you how that will look if you're in your 70s. This is something you can do, but we've tried extreme lashes, and for some reason her lashes just don't hold a lash. So we're going to do just the false lashes, and we're going to show you how beautiful that looks. Look down. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to only do one coat with my mom's lashes. I have a little bit of an advantage with my mom compared to the other ladies that I did because I've done my mom's makeup multiple times and I know kind of like what her lashes will and won't do. So it gets a little clumpy, so I'm going to put on the false lashes.
So you're saying that curling my eyelashes won't do anything for them?
Right. Remember when we curl them and they don't bend at all. So I don't want to. They're so fine that doing that could possibly damage her lashes even more. And we want to. You've been using the Grande serum. You saw a lot of lash growth with that, did you not?
Yes, I did.
So that was helping for her to grow her lashes, but I still, just because they're just a little bit more fine, I don't feel comfortable using any kind of heat or lash curler on them because they're just so fragile. So I'm going to take these iMimo lashes. These are the ones that I really love using for individuals on my clients. These are the SGLO1. You can find them online, and I'm using the iDuo in dark. So these are very simple. They're really nothing to them. No real magic going on. They're just going to look really pretty, and they're going to really open up my mom's eye. We'll do one, and I'll show you. Now, for you ladies that are saying, oh my gosh, she's putting on these lashes, I could never do this to myself. I have multiple videos about you being able to put on lashes.
Back in the 60s, we were doing this to look like Twiggy, putting them in individually.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Did you guys look like Twiggy?
No.
That's funny. That was the inspiration, though.
Yeah. It opened up
Let me
your
see,
eyes.
look at me.
You look like little dolls.
Well, those were really long, though.
Yes, they were.
And I'm just putting these, like, just to fill in for you. Camera. So this is basically just a couple little wispies that are going to give her in her lash line. They're just going to give her some dimension, just very natural, but she gets just a little bit more enhancement for her eye. Now we'll do the other side.
Do you ever put them on underneath the eye?
No.
That's what we did in the 60s.
Look down. Don't close. Look down. Turn to me.
So this is more what you would do for every day, and then the lash strips at night.
Well, you could do, I mean, if there's clusters too of these, I mean, there's a lot of really, you have to find what works for you. I know this would be a little practice for you, putting these on, but you know, that's how like how you figure out how your hair works and you know the perfect products or the right curling iron or whatever. Same thing with lashes. You know you'll find the right little cluster for you if you do individuals like this, or yeah, you could do these for the day. I know that this is important to you because you like the look of having a little bit more. So you might not do this, to yourself if it is too complicated, but you might want to have, if you have a special event, maybe you have a reunion, maybe you have, a really fun dinner coming up and you want to do something that's going to just enhance your look a little bit more, but still look natural and not look like a heavy strip and all, fake and feeling very uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're very light. Can't even feel them.
So now we're going to just go into, let me actually use my Almay pad like I always do. I'll use the Almay pad just in case I have any kind of residual or something that fell down when we did your shadow. Just take it off nice and clean, tiny bit. And then we're going to go in with a nice little concealer just to lighten up underneath the eye, give you a little bit of coverage. She doesn't have a lot of blues and a lot of discoloration, so I'm just going to go in with the light Ever concealer. I like this because it's, a nice treatment to the skin, hydrating. And I'm just going to add this on. And you can be generous with your concealer. It's almost like a tinted moisturizer. It's going to hydrate, it's going to go into the skin. And then it's not heavy. It's not going to, look like you put a ton on. And then I'm going to use La Mer. I decided to pull this out because I personally use this all the time and I wanted to have my mom experience it on this time when I'm doing her makeup. So I'm like, let me do it. This is actually the color Shell number 11, SPF 20, nice serum foundation. This is going to give her the miracle broth. This has so many wonderful ingredients in it that are going to be hydrating. And it's just going to look really, really seamless. It's not going to sit on top of her skin like a lot of foundations do. I'm just going to work it into her skin. I'll go back and just use a sponge a little bit. But I do want to warm up her skin. It's very, very fair. I don't want to make her lighter, but I don't want to make her too dark either. So how does this foundation feel?
Very light. Doesn't feel heavy at all.
What are you using now?
Probably a tinted moisturizer.
Yeah, I think most of the ladies are. That's why I wanted to kind of switch it up and do something just a little bit different so the ladies could see what this actually looks like on 70 skin instead of just my skin. Go back in with this little sponge.
It actually feels quite nice.
Turn to me. I'm going to go in with the Organza lip liner on hers. It's just a very nice nude lip. It's a very pinky nude. I use it a lot. I use it a lot on myself. I use it a lot. I usually tend to stick with things that I really do like. So I'm going to just highlight her lips, just where her lips actually start. I don't overdraw lips. I like to smudge down the lip liner sometimes so it's not too hard of a line. And I'm going to be using the Chanel 119. This is a really nice lip gloss that I do tend to use a lot. It's very pretty. I think this is going to be like a really pretty color for you. I'm going to take Palm Beach, which is a nice creamy blush. I think this is going to look really nice. Just very sheer, not too pink, not too nude. Smile. Just going on. I'm just like working it into the skin. Does he turn to me? Can I turn back? And I like to, the serum foundation was really nice. And hydrating, and putting this over with a creamy blush really just kind of complements the foundation and also really shows your skin in a nice light. It's not covering up. You see? I think this Palm Beach is really pretty. I like this color a lot. I've been using it. I think it looks pretty on you. All right, so I'm going to give you a mirror and see what you think about your look.
Oh, it's very soft. And yeah, I like it.
You like it? I mean, it could have, the lashes we like to do. Like, that's just our thing where when I do her makeup, she likes it because her lashes are very short. So that might not be something that you would do on an everyday basis, but everything else is just really pretty and very soft. And, being in your 70s, you can still wear gloss. You can still wear a shadow with a little bit of sheen. You want to look alive. You want to bring light to your face. You don't want to just dull everything out and do everything just completely nude, or, maybe not popping your cheeks with another... What?
No, it's true. It's true. I was just thinking about how I look so flat so much of the time.
Oh, I thought that I was naming too many things, and my mom was like, "Oh my God, here we go."
No.
So is this not true though? I mean, in your 70s. So I mean, I'm in my 40s, so it's different. So I mean, what's a real challenge for you that really makes you upset in the morning when you're doing your makeup?
I think it's not having enough color in the face, and it's not popping. It's just sort of, it reminds me of everything is beige.
So you were saying everything's beige, like when you look in the mirror in the morning?
Yes, it's beige, and it's like there's no face there.
So then what do you do to combat that?
Well, I try to add color, but I think that one of the most important things is making the eyes pop. So I think that the eyelashes are really important.
Do you like this color? Because I haven't used this color before on you, the bottle blonde. Do you like this color?
Yeah, it's very subtle. I've been using the same thing for about 2 years now, and it's not doing anything. So it's time to change it up a
Well,
bit.
and that's the key. My mom just said she's been using it for 2 years. I've been telling her, I'm like, Mom, it's old product. You have to throw it away. And she's like, I know. And then when I see it on her, I'm like, Mom, do you see what it's doing? It's like not even. It's grabbing in wrong areas. And actually, you've been using matte.
Yes, I have.
And it doesn't add anything to you.
No, and I think that it's really important to put that base coat on the eyelid so that nothing moves, and it really balances everything out. So yeah, I think I do need to do a few new things.
See, now you heard it, and now I can play it back to her and tell her, remember when you said you do need to do new things? So, and this is I'm a makeup artist, and this is my mom. I'm always like telling her, okay, we need to do this. You would think that she was carrying around a huge package of makeup that's like the latest and greatest, right? But isn't that how the story goes?
Yes, that is.
So ladies, you can do whatever you want to do as long as it looks beautiful and natural on your skin. And doing that is really testing things out. Like, you've never used a La Mer. I've never used that on you before.
No, never.
I've never used this Chanel lip gloss on you. The Bottle Blonde is new for you. It was actually a risk because you've been using so matte. And you know what? I haven't been happy with the matte because you're so fair and you need some kind of color, but you don't want to have dark color either.
No.
So this is kind of in between, and it's just giving you a nice little sheen. And even if you wanted to use your matte shadows, you could just pop it a little bit in the middle of the eye with this color, so you get a little bit of light.
Yeah, I think it's a nice change, and I'm glad you did it. So thank you.
I'm so happy that you came. So now we have completed the series with my mom. 70s ladies, go rock it. Be fierce with your aging, and I'll see you later. Wonderful. You're just so good, Mom.
Oh, thank you.